as we sat down and you were being mic'd, you know, just casually said, you know, I'm 75.
Yeah.
And when you're 75, you no longer worry about what you look like and what it's going to. You look beautiful.
Oh, well, thank
I
you.
would never have. I had read that you were 75, and
Yes.
then when I saw you, I went, I wonder, did I read that correctly? that
It's
that you're
funny.
75.
Yeah.
How has the aging process been for you? Did it bother you at all? I mean, I talk to women who are turning 40 who are like, oh, I can't believe I'm turning 40.
Well, I never think about it.
You never think about it.
Never, ever. I mean, there's so much to do and to be. As I say, we're in this extraordinary time in human history, and I think having, you know, they say 75 years, that still is the breadth of life. You also have access to the depths. I find that second or even third, the second half of life to be the most exciting, the most interesting. I mean,
When did it get good for you?
started to get really good at 60.
Really?
Yeah, really good. And you
How
know,
so?
Well, because I think it was because your sense of heart, your heartfulness increases. And when your heartfulness increases, fullness increases.
Interesting.
And in that you have a generalized affection. And it is that generalized affection. And you're always looking for both the deeper aspect of anything that you see as well as what is actually trying to, and you try to be of use. But I would also say it is to really be present to the depths and beauty within each person and the higher purpose. I really think that many people are waking up to a deeper sense of purpose. They have to. I mean, it could be the earth, the earth herself.
The fact that we're
is
sitting here
saying,
talking about this
Yes.
means that there's enough people awake to watch us and make this
Yes.
viable. Tell me, 75, what is the lesson that was the hardest for you to learn? You know, so many times we keep repeating the same lesson. It comes in a different form. It wears a different pair of pants. What was the lesson that took you the longest to learn?
Because I grew up in show business, there was always an emphasis on how one is seen. And not that that was very heavy, but it was always there in the back. And my father, I remember once my father, when I was still quite young, and I was a college professor, and I was carrying an old saddleback, and my father said to me, Janie, you can't get on the plane. We're carrying that. You might sit down next to some famous professor. And I remember turning to him and saying, Dad, I am the famous professor. You know? But I think that you go beyond caring, really. You are there to be of service, and you're not there to be seen. So I think that was part of it.
The hardest lesson.
That was it. I don't know if it was the hardest, but it was a major one.